Let's see how this goes. No, you gotta wait for Daddy to get in here. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to slide back, babe.
Oh.
As far as you can go.
Where do I go?
Get your headphones.
Hey, those are mine.
You can have them in
Where do I go?
You're gonna have to kind of stand up and go over me.
Go over you. Like
Yeah.
sit on him. Do you know it's filming?
Here, you can put those on. I know. Yeah, that'll be good. If you're like right there, that's perfect.
I'll just hide.
And then, yeah, make sure her face is that way a little bit.
Family time.
No, you should be on your knees.
So that's good that you guys are nice and close though to the mic, okay?
Yeah, but
And Jamie, if you're saying anything, you just have to speak a bit louder over. Or you're pretty close to it too.
There's,
What up?
Okay, you guys ready?
there's not you, Daddy. Yet.
ready? He's
I know,
gonna.
I'm kinda
That's just in our picture.
Ready?
He's over there.
I don't like the
Okay.
flag.
Okay, we won't do it again, don't worry. Okay, you guys ready? Jaden, hit it.
It's the Andrew Christopher Show.
Don't forget the dad.
With Andrew Christopher, your host. It's the Andrew Christopher Show.
Okay, don't rock back and
We call it the AC Show.
go on your knees. You're higher.
Really call it the AC Show.
Show. Aha.
Really call it the AC Show.
I think it's too long.
It's the AC Show. It's the AC Show with AC, your host. Check it out.
Oh,
Haven Dab, you missed it. Welcome, you guys, to the AC Show.
Yeah.
This is our whole little family here. Isn't this nice, you guys?
Yeah, well, except the baby right now.
Well, the baby's in there too. Our baby brother.
My dad?
But we
We thought we would
really
introduce you to
see
everybody
her.
at once. Oh, that's fine. And so obviously the Jaden, our 10-year-old.
Hi.
Haven, our 5-year-old. And my wife Jamie, who you guys knew from last episode.
She's 33.
And I'm your host, Andrew Christopher.
And he's 31. No, 32. Wait, no.
31.
31.
30. Yeah. See,
Don't forget it.
I'm 31. That's what I thought.
So we were just going to do a quick clip with the kids in here, and then Jamie and I will take over. So I first wanted to talk to Haven. Can you hear me? Wanted to talk to you about baby names. What do you think we should name our baby brother? Look up there. Mom had her phone set up down here, and so everyone was staring down there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work well for the video. Okay, Haven, what do you think? What should our baby names be? What are some of your favorite names?
Oliver.
Oliver?
Hey, that's what I want my dog to be.
Oh. Or maybe
Okay.
we'll name our dog. What else? You told me one upstairs I liked.
Winston.
Winston. Yeah. That would be a cool name too. Jaden, what names do you like
Willow.
Well, that's a
for a boy?
Oh.
That's my doll name.
Haven's American Girl doll name?
Yes.
I don't know then.
Okay, Haven, how about you give us one more?
What's the name you said upstairs
Abigail.
from the movie you watched?
Christopher
Daddy Slappy?
Robin.
Oh, I thought it was.
You like Christopher Robin,
So
right?
like Christopher Robin Christopher?
I think it's a great name.
No.
No, Robin.
Christopher Robin, like in Minnie Pooh. Like at the movie theater.
Yeah,
Okay.
the movie theater.
Well, we will
What about Piglet?
name the kid
Oh my
Piglet.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we say right?
No,
Yeah, she
no,
said
it
gosh.
has to be all rhymed. Jaden.
Wait,
Haven,
I know a
Haven.
good
Yeah,
one.
no.
I know a good
Okay, one more.
One more, quick.
Pink.
Pink.
Pink. That's a great segue. Oh my gosh, you're a natural kid. I know. So Haven, do you know what a segue is? Because you led us into our next subject perfectly. We want to talk to Jaden a little bit now. Because last night she got to go to a pretty cool concert. And who was that?
Pink.
Why don't you show them your ticket? You were supposed to do like this, right? Bring him a bit closer to the camera. Don't shake him, otherwise I can't see him. That's fine. So, did you enjoy the show?
Hold one.
Yeah. Okay. So we used
Talking to the mic.
here. So we were section 109 and row 12, and then we went to the guest surfaces and she
Just show me
said-
your sign.
yeah.
Don't do that with the table.
we
Okay, put that down.
we moved all the way to the side because we were like always at like
The corner.
the corner,
Like-
and on the corner, and then we got moved to section 4. No,
104.
yeah,
Did you just say sex?
Let's not talk about that. Section. There you go.
You got upgraded. They were way better seats, eh?
Yeah.
So you were really close.
And then she actually talked to me.
She talked to you?
Yeah. So I holded up my sign and she read it, and then I hold it up on another song, and then she read it again, and then after a song that she said Oh yeah, she said that.
What'd your sign say?
It said, "Dear Pink, your music helped me beat cancer." Yeah.
Nice.
And then after a song
You're pushing the whole table, you guys.
then she said,
Okay.
your
hurry it up.
music actually helped you.
Yeah.
And then she said, how old are you? And I said 10. And then she's like, come back in 8 years and I'll tell you in a different way.
Because I think she wanted to swear and say something.
But she said, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Because you beat cancer.
And then what else did she say as she was walking away?
And then she said, thank you for coming. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
That's pretty sweet. So you had a good time?
Yeah. And now my friend's going there today from softball. She's at it right now.
Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap up this kids portion before
Hey, what?
anything goes terribly wrong. So thanks for being on here, you guys.
Okay, they have to press.
Oh, yeah. So we need Haven to do the green one, sweetie. Press the green one. So me and your mom can talk a little bit about. Push it.
Family time. Family time. Ooh, ooh, it's family time. It's family time.
Good
Okay,
job.
get out of here, you guys. Give me
right.
those headphones.
Oh, thank you.
Say bye to all the AC fans.
Bye-bye.
Here, those are for mommy.
Sorry about the excess noise as these kids get out of here, but we'll do our best. Here, don't forget your phone. No, we don't need those. It's good. So there you go, you guys. Our first full family time
me.
edition with our whole crazy family, even the baby brother.
Bye.
That's a bit excessive.
Okay,
I can turn that down. Don't worry, you guys.
Haven's gonna say bye just
Okay.
quietly.
Okay, come on. Let's get this show on the road, you guys.
Bye.
Okay.
That's exactly what I just told your sister not to do.
Not even
Yes. Okay, you guys leave it. Peace out. Sit. Okay.
7 minutes.
Bye. Yes, good job. Haven, please do not do that.
Jaden, don't.
You guys. Okay.
Go. That's
You
the last
might
time
see
you'll be
some
on.
parenting here pretty soon.
Let's go. Let's go.
If you want to see what that looks like, head to my YouTube channel and subscribe.
Yeah.
Babe, don't put that back up because you're just going to stare at that screen.
No, it's good.
And it's
I
going to
just-
look like you're staring down at your feet the whole time.
Anyway,
Okay.
what's up?
We survived.
Okay, bye.
That was good. I think it went okay.
I've never seen you so stressed out.
I know. Well, you guys were pushing the table around. I have no idea what the shot looks like now.
How's my hair?
Larissa's probably going to make fun of our lighting again.
I can't see what I look like now.
Sorry, I'm not a pro lighter.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean. Now you got your makeup book.
Yeah, we're good.
out?
Okay, we're good.
We're good. So how are you?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I know because you guys were late at the concert and you're pretty,
Up early.
pretty prego.
Yeah.
Don't
Busy
like
day.
that word. Sorry.
I hate that word.
I know. So you guys, I decided to have my lovely wife back because last week's episode, while it was very well received, you're quite popular. Did you know this?
I had a feeling.
Oh, okay. Popular by association, I guess.
Sure.
Maybe be the term. So it was very well received. And I think it actually was fun for us. And I think we enjoyed talking to each other like this. And it made the next couple days really nice. I think
Yeah,
this was good quality time that you always say we need. And it made, the next few days really nice.
everyone gets to watch.
Yeah, it's great. But so the reason I had you back, not just because it had so many views, but was because after those few days, we kind of went back and downhill a little bit. And then today we kind of blew up at each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, perfect. Let's do another podcast put it all out there, the airing of the grievances, if you will.
You really want to talk about today?
Well, we will eventually.
Oh, okay.
But then it'll be all good for at least a couple more days, and so we might have to do this every week.
Okay.
Or would you do that? Maybe.
No,
I don't think
feel
we
like
will,
everyone would
because I'm
get
probably
bored.
gonna start getting guests like, I don't know, Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone, Kobe Bryant, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys just slide into my DMs and I'll try and squeeze you in. Wow, what?
I didn't think people actually used that in a somewhat serious way.
Whatever. So you're feeling a bit tired. Mm-hmm. This boy is kind of kicking your butt, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess I don't really know what it's like.
No, you don't. You have no idea. You want
How far along are you for maybe people just tuning in? My wife, Jamie, pregnant.
tomorrow
29 weeks.
when this airs, 29 weeks.
Bam. Husband of the year.
That's because I subscribed you to Baby Center and they email you weekly to tell you how far along I am.
No. They email me every day at 5:30 in the morning
Right.
to tell me 27 weeks and 1 day, 27 weeks and 2 days,
Good. Keep
and
it.
so on. I've looked at a few of them,
That's good.
and they're like, "Have you been experiencing heartburn? This is why, because the baby's kicking your, I don't know, whatever."
Okay.
Yeah. So I learned about it.
All right.
Yeah. I wanted to do something because I know on a lot of these YouTube videos, and so for you just listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Google, whatever, go to my YouTube channel if you want to check out the videos. They're pretty funny, and you get to see our cute kids and my hot wife. But it'll work for the podcast as well. I was going to do my first product review.
Oh, okay.
It's not paid. I actually had to go and pay for this. So they're not sponsoring this in any way, although I would love it if they would. So it's still a product review, but it's not because they're paying me or anything. It's mostly just because I want to drink. And you said so tell the people what you do while I'm pouring myself a glass.
Okay. I work for Ideon Packaging and we're a packaging facility and I work in the digital department. So we actually make the displays that you would see in the liquor stores. This was one of the ones we actually made.
Cool, eh?
Yeah.
Jameson's Ginger and Lime, for those of you just listening.
Can't smell that right now.
No, so I'm going to give it a try. That's the thing that Jamie said on the last episode drives her nuts. So it's not only when I lick my fingers, it's when I take a drink too.
Wait, before you say anything, I
Okay.
just want to give a shout out to my work. They're the ones that made the sign, which I wanted to have on here, but Andrew thought it might be too big because it's pretty damn big. But we'll get a picture up. It was a fantastic sign and it made my kid's day. We made my night. She
It
actually
was
saw the
really
sign.
cool.
Yeah.
We'll post a picture right here. You got to do this when we do it.
Oh, sorry.
Right there. Wow. Yeah, okay, so Ideon Packaging, they make cardboard displays and stuff.
It's not cardboard.
Whatever, it's corrugated for things like this. Anyway, so back to the product.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
They're never going to sponsor me now.
Sorry.
A great flavor. Little bubbly, which is nice. I know you'd like that.
I like my bubbly.
Jamie's product review.
I don't know if you can see this. But
And the ginger is just right. It's not too spicy. And of course, the whiskey, the most important part, comes through nicely. Give it one more shot here. Yeah. Jameson's Ginger and Lime. I'd go straight 9 out of 10. Yeah.
Oh.
And it would only be better if it was stronger. Then it would be a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
But I like my drinks strong. Do you want to try some?
No.
So that was leading me. This was another. Could you believe that segue by Haven?
Yeah, perfect.
So I had on my list of things to talk about, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about baby names with Haven, and then I'll talk about the concert Jaden went to. And Haven's last baby name was the name of the concert that Jaden went to.
Yeah.
I think she's a natural. So she might be taking your co-hosting job.
Okay.
Not your coat hosting job. You can keep that.
Okay. Thank you.
So I wanted to talk to you about drinking during pregnancy. What's the rules? Anyway, it's all over the place, right?
I think, yeah. It's probably in everyone's best interest that they do not drink while they're pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I know that in European cultures, they do continue to have a little bit here and there.
And I think like a lot of doctors say it's fine too, right?
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, I mean, especially towards the end of your pregnancy, and it was recommended to me actually with my last pregnancy. It was a bit of a stressful one. I was told, please just have a glass of wine tonight, relax. It's not something that's probably advertised because people could take advantage of that. And
there's some stupid people out there.
There definitely is. Yeah. So it's weird. I don't like beer except for when I'm pregnant. I crave it. And
so you'll have a sip of mine. Literally
every once in a while.
A sip.
Is this a good thing to talk about?
It's fine. Like we just said, a lot of doctors say, go ahead, have a whole glass of wine or have a beer once a week or something, right?
Which I don't.
Yeah, exactly. You have a little sip of mine, but you don't want to try this?
No, it's not beer.
And so the reason I brought that up was because I know that's how you feel, but I have no problem drinking while we're pregnant.
That's nice.
Right?
I suggested to Andrew
because we're pregnant.
Right.
You say that all the time.
Yeah.
It's our baby. We're pregnant. And
if only you knew.
Yeah. No problems here.
I suggested you drink non-alcoholic beer for a month just to appease me, and you straight up refused.
See, the problem with that is there's no alcohol in non-alcoholic beer.
Well, I asked him to go buy me some because like I said, I was craving beer and thought maybe that
I would have totally done that. But you
just
said,
in case I didn't like it, you said, "Well, I'm not going to drink it."
Yeah, you were like, "Oh, and then you could just drink it too." And I was like, "So, are you wanting me to buy this for me, or are you actually going to drink it?"
Well,
and you said, "Well, you could just do that for me," and probably started to cry. Emotions, hormones are all over the place, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So the other reason we wanted to do this again is because at the end of the last episode, we realized we forgot to talk about some significant events and very interesting parts of our relationship and our married life so far. One of those being...
Where did we leave off? I guess...
Our wedding.
Well, sure, but some things happened before that.
Yeah, okay. But so we did not talk about our wedding or our engagement. You
having Haven.
Yeah, or having our child.
Yeah.
Our first child together.
She was a surprise, as we like to call it. And one hell of a pregnancy. Put me on bed rest at 24 weeks. Andrew was going through a very, very difficult time at that exact time. So his daughter Lily Jean was, the week I went on bed rest was the week she went into hospice. And it was just a mess. So I handled that on my own while he was dealing with what he needed to deal with. Then at 29 weeks at Lily Jean's funeral, my water broke, which is kind of scary because that's where I'm at right at the moment.
No puddles on the floor yet,
Gross.
In case you're just listening.
Yeah, that's nice.
I guess you could probably hear it too, though.
Stop. That's so gross.
Anyway, sorry. Okay.
I managed to keep her being pregnant for another couple of weeks, and she was born at 31 weeks. Born at 3 pounds, 6 ounces. She came into this world fast and furious, as she does still to this day. She's pretty reckless.
She is.
But yeah, very, very healthy, surprisingly. She was in the NICU for 6 weeks, which again, terrible time in specifically Andrew's life, but we made it through.
Yeah, there's that one. I'm so glad because it was freaking... I had no idea how to deal with it, and obviously just being in a hospital like that was one of the things that was really hard on me. But I did, I got into the NICU a few times, and there's this one. I'm going to post this picture. It's one of my favorite pictures of Haven and I when she's
that's the day she was born.
Tiny, and I got my hands look freaking huge, but you can see I've got tiny little girl hands. But over Haven, they look like these freaking massive paws. Yeah, it was pretty cute. Yeah.
So yeah, we made it through that. Did things on our own for a little bit of that time, but managed to reconnect. And it took a bit of time, but I started just planning our wedding without Andrew.
Putting the pressure on me a little bit.
It was bound to happen, and but I'm a little bit about me is that I absolutely hate surprises. Only if I know nothing is coming. I know that sounds kind of weird. I somehow figure out things, and I ruin them. And so I absolutely hate being surprised. So I thought there's no way he's going to be able to surprise me to get engaged. I actually designed the ring myself, told him it was waiting in the store to be picked up.
And I was very against this. Like, we fought about this as well.
We did.
Because I was like, no, I do not want you to tell me when to do this and what to do and what kind of ring to get you.
Yeah, well,
like,
I just wanted anyway.
I was very against that. I wanted to be the one to go choose it out. So eventually I made you be like, okay, well, show me like 5 that you like and at least let me pick one of them.
Sure.
Wasn't it something
sort
like
of.
that?
A little bit. Okay. Anyway, I don't even have it on because my hands are too swollen. So.
Yeah, I've got mine on, like the good husband I am.
Because I'm
funny story about that. Can I interrupt quickly?
Well, we could get there.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So anyway, I knew the ring was
engagement.
I knew the ring was ready.
Oh yes. Okay.
And we were going to Sun Peaks for one of his gigs, and so I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's totally gonna."
Wasn't it Valentine's Day? No.
No, it was Halloween.
It was Halloween. Pretty similar.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, he's totally gonna do it this weekend while we're away." But then, he told me, he's like, "Oh man, I went to go pick up the ring, but it wasn't ready," and I was like, "Oh, all right, whatever." So.
Didn't I get them in on it too? Didn't they send an email or something? Or did you call and
I don't know.
They said it wasn't ready?
Anyway,
let's say that, because
sure,
that would have been really good planning on my end.
So we got up there, you went and set up, we went for drinks, and you were being really weird. Like, let's go for a walk. And I was why? Okay, sure. But you were like, okay, let's hurry. Let's go for a walk. And I was like, all right, let's go, I guess. Which it was weird because Andrew likes to hang out and have drinks. And I was like, why is he rushing us?
He's like, one beer, let's get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, so we went for a walk and crossed this towards the golf course, right, at Sun Peaks. And there's a bridge. And we walked. And he had gone and set up all his stuff at the gig already. So it was just the two of us. So we were walking across this bridge. And all of a sudden I looked down and there's all these like rose petals on the ground. And I was like, oh my gosh, Andrew, like I could tell it was a setup. And I was like, we got to get out of here. Like, we're going to get in the way of someone something. This is important. And I saw a guitar set up. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, let's go. And then he's like, I don't know, walked us over there. And
let's go check it out.
Yeah, he's like, let's go see. And I was like, no, let's not. Clue in. And anyway, then I figured it out.
Still didn't even think I had a ring. I got down on one knee and she was like, but you don't have a ring? And I was like, yes, I do.
So he had got the ring. He lied to me and said he didn't have the ring. So anyway, long story short, he got some friends of ours to take photos of it.
Another chance for a photo. So the listeners, this is like, I'm trying to do this like pop-up video kind of thing. Like I'll say funny things or things that I think are funny.
Yeah.
I'll post nice pictures of everybody. So there you go. Anyway, so yes, they helped out. Took some good photos.
Took some photos. He sang me a song. I don't even think you said anything to me other than the song you
this is
sang.
the big discrepancy we have. Obviously, I said, will you marry me?
Well, okay, that you said. Okay. But I feel like, anyway, it's fine.
Jack Johnson song.
Jack Johnson, you and me.
I got you.
I got you. Whoops.
Anyway.
It's a good song. He wrote it for his wife.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, yeah, so I said yes, and then we had it was a Halloween party, so we dressed up as Wayne and Garth.
Yeah, those were good. Those are good costumes. We did a good job on those.
We did?
Yeah, who put those together?
Who do you think? So we had and I drank too much because everyone was celebrating our engagement, and I was...
Jaeger shots.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Shout out the Voyageur Bistro. If you ever go up to Sun Peaks, that's the restaurant that I play at. Kevin and Diane, they run it up there. It's always a good time. Very like Canadian-based menu, and all the decor is very Canadian. It's super cool. Yeah, I love
Smoked
it up there.
salmon infused vodka in the Caesars.
Yeah.
It's good. Good times. So yeah, we got engaged and then basically got married. Well, 9 months later. It was a hell of a time planning that wedding. We fought a lot during that time.
We always do.
I don't think I think a lot of my friends. No, I know a lot of my friends made a lot of comments that I was not a bridezilla. I was
Not to them, but to me, you were.
I wanted everyone to have a really good time, and I was really worried about everyone else having a good time. Then it ended up working out. I mean, there was a few
And why
issues.
do you think everybody had such a good time? And I would like to also add that this is what I told you all along.
What?
Everyone's going to have a good time because they're on an amazing island and there's booze. So
okay.
everybody had a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Right? You don't need to worry about people having a good time at weddings.
I know. It was. Anyway, mini destination. We got married on Galliano Island and at a beautiful venue with the most amazing
right?
wedding planner,
Angie
Allen.
Angie Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was it.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She saved me. I'll always.
She's a listener, eh?
Good.
Like she said, she's an avid listener, so
Awesome.
she'll hear this.
You got a wedding possibly there.
Yes,
through her.
and they helped book me in a wedding. But yeah, that's all. I appreciate you checking these out, Angie. And we did. You did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
She has found us some wine too, some of our wine. The
Yeah.
white wine, which
Yeah.
is awesome because I don't drink red, and that's the only one we had left over. We got
So she has it?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
Sweet.
custom wine labels.
Shout out to Brendan Woodruff, man
Yeah.
of many talents, who many they get it. I think I said Melly, but man of many talents. He made the wine for us.
He did.
Yeah, and then we did the labels ourselves. Yeah,
That's funny.
I had a lot of jobs.
Anyway, I had an amazing wedding party that helped me out. Maid of honor, fantastic. Brandy Joe, my best friend, one of my best friends.
I don't know. I did that.
Anyway, so we got married.
I need to tell a story about the wedding planning, because my favorite job that I took on was the stumps.
Right.
Finding these
That was
Jamie needed these perfect stumps, like wood stumps, like what you think of when I say the word stumps.
Yeah.
She needed them different heights and nice and big and fat and some skinny and weathered,
looking.
very weathered. So she wanted them up at the altar or whatever, and some lining, whatever, the walkway. And so on my stag, we were on a houseboat. I know we still have it, and I may have maybe had a few cocktails by then during the middle of the day, and I saw this big thing floating out in the water, and I was like, "That looks like a stump," and my wife needs stumps, so I big jump off the houseboat, and everyone's like, "What are you doing, man?" I was like, "I gotta get this stump." I went and got it and brought it on board, and we kept it with us the whole time, and it made it back to our house, and it moved with us to this new house. And we were making up all these good names for it, like Spruce Willis, because we think it was a spruce.
Oh.
And what was the other one? Forest Stump and Stiltskin.
Good one.
Yeah, there was probably some other ones, guys. If you remember, get at me, and we'll put them on errors and omissions next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my big contribution to this
the wedding
planning.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so are we at the actual wedding itself and how awesome it was?
Yeah.
And the
We're there.
weekend? Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part? The kiss? You may now kiss the bride.
Oh, yeah. I was most nervous about that, I think.
Yeah, you weren't even smiling at me. You were like straight RBF the whole ceremony.
Nervous,
pretty much.
very nervous. Lots of people watching. I was most excited about the video. Like, honestly, like knowing that there would be a video afterwards, because you didn't want the video, and I sold you on getting a video done, and we had an awesome videographer that put up with my suggestions.
Yeah, that helped because I knew this guy from back in high school, and I really enjoyed working with Brent Cross. We're doing a lot of free shout outs here.
Golden
We
Ears
better
Media?
get some swag or something for all this. Last episode is over 400 views already. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So you guys getting some free advertising here. You let me know. Actually, Brent, we need your help with the lighting. As I said, we had someone making fun of it already.
Our photographer.
Our photographer. She was like, Andrew, you got to work on your lighting. I guess because of the shadow on the plant there.
Yeah.
And probably on my face because of the hat. But anyway, so Brent, if you appreciate that shout out, come help me with the lighting. And you could sit here, take over.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Next episode maybe or something.
Yeah.
We'll get you out soon.
Anyway, yeah, the wedding was great.
We had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
I think all our friends really enjoyed it because it was like a little vacation.
Yeah.
And there was plenty of booze. And what happened after that? Back to normal life?
Yeah, literally right back to normal life. Then I started asking for another baby because I didn't actually care if we got married, then had another baby, because we already done things extremely backwards. But
I think we did them backwards and then forwards and sideways. And
yeah.
What am I talking about?
I don't know.
You said yes. Anyway.
What?
It was
yeah.
good.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you wanted another baby.
You made me wait.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, we went to counseling over this, actually.
Well, we were just going to counseling. And now we have this as our therapy.
Yeah.
We don't need to pay $240 an hour for Dr. What's his name?
He was good.
He was great, though.
Yeah.
Shout out. No, just kidding. We're done with the shout outs
Okay.
for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we just did life.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you, because we've been on some really cool trips too. We've been to Mexico, we've been to Hawaii, did like Disney cruise, did our own Caribbean cruise, gone to Vegas, and so out of all the trips we've done, whether it's just us or with the family, what's been your favorite trip that we did so far, and why?
The Caribbean cruise we did on our own was really great. That was a long time ago, though. We met some really cool people.
Like that was before Haven.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm struggling with these. What year was it?
That was like in our first year we were dating.
Yeah. Okay. And so we went a week long
cruise. What year was
cruise.
that? Do you remember from last week?
I didn't know there was going to be a test. 2012.
Good job.
Ding.
Anyway,
So you loved that? Yeah, that was a great.
That
cruise.
was great. It was just, we had no.
Yeah,
we
didn't have to do anything.
Just we're there.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Like we traveling with the kids, with the family. The Disney cruise was fantastic. I mean, we were with my family and. Well, not just my family, but just everyone in general. It was like a group of, 8 or 9 of us that went on Jaden's wish trip. We went to Disney World and the Disney cruise.
Yeah.
We could shout out Children's Wish.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Us up.
That's a pretty important one.
Yeah.
We can do that.
So,
and honestly, it's not like these shout outs are really.
Hey, you never know. But Hawaii is always my number one choice of somewhere to go. I would go there all the time. We talk about probably like monthly it comes up that we're going to move to Hawaii.
We're going to move there. Yeah. I finally almost jumped on board. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's move to Hawaii. I don't even care anymore. Let's go. And then it's like, the family and kids and friends. And then I'm so far away from the Canucks. And But maybe I could play for the Hawaiian ice hockey team, like the state of Hawaii. I feel like I'd have a shot at making the ice hockey team down there.
Yeah.
If there's an ice rink.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there must be.
Yeah.
So those were your favorite.
I think so.
I wanted to talk about the time, on this Caribbean cruise that we almost died.
Oh yeah,
right?
That was terrible.
We both almost drowned or got like.
Mostly you, but.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I don't swim. So.
Well, yes, but
I see where you're going.
In a polite way, I would say you were more buoyant because I had a lot of muscle, have a lot of muscle, and so that sinks. It's heavier. It's harder to swim.
Well,
with.
first let's say what happened.
So there's
Do you remember
What
where
island? Tahiti, Tafiki, what is it called?
Fiki? It was Tortola
That's
in the
close.
Caribbean islands.
Yeah. And there's all these caves there.
Caves, yeah.
Yeah.
So we came underprepared.
Snorkel gear.
No
was
snorkel gear.
needed. Yeah.
Because Andrew tends to not like to spend money anywhere we go. And I was like, well, let's just rent stuff. And he's like, no, we don't need it. And I was like, okay.
No,
well,
I said I didn't want to
you said,
swim around and do these caves. And
well,
then
no, because
you
you
said
weren't
we didn't
supposed
need
to.
it and we could just swim around.
So anyway, let me just.
I wanted to go the normal way, the safe
So
way
you
that
could
everyone
walk
else was
through
going
these
through
caves,
the caves.
but for some reason we just didn't, and we saw these people swimming around to go in the other way. So we're like, well, let's just do that.
Well, I think they said you could only get to these certain caves if you swam around to the other side.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
we
we'll
decided
go
to
with
do
that.
that. Little
But
did
everyone else had the flippers.
we hadn't
and the
realized that the
breathing
snorkel gear was
stuff.
key to this adventure.
And then we got in too deep.
Literally. So I'm not the strongest swimmer, and we had to
And I was
swim.
worse, I guess.
Yeah, and it was like halfway we realized these people are managing because they have snorkel gear and they can literally just float and rest.
And yes, we were halfway. So even if we had turned around, we probably wouldn't have made it back. But we
Yeah.
couldn't keep going.
So we had to try to get to the rocks, and when we got up to them, we realized that they're literally just covered in barnacles and crabs.
Like razor sharp barnacles.
But we had no choice whether to die or climbing up these rocks. So anyway, we managed to climb up the rocks. We're just like hands are cut up, bleeding.
Yeah.
Got on these rocks and realized, well, we're stuck now because we literally had to 127 hours, remember?
Yeah. So there's that movie, 127 Hours, where the guy gets caught in between the rocks and has to chew off his arm or something.
I think, I don't know.
Then he cut off his leg.
Yeah,
on his
it was
own.
his arm, but anyway.
Yeah, because so he had his back against some and his legs against this other like cliff.
No,
so
that
we were
was just us.
Oh, anyway, we were in between these two like huge rocks, and we had to shimmy our way with back on one and legs on the other. And if we had fallen, it was like super sharp
Yeah.
ending to it.
Broken ankles.
Yeah, but yeah, we made it work. Started yelling at people, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And we were like, "Well, not really, but I think we've got it figured out now."
Yeah. I think we have a picture of that. We could.
I know, and then I just realized I have to edit this tonight and get it out. We're gonna try and find all these pictures, but
Yeah.
just
Anyway,
gotta
our
get
friends
this going.
that we had met on the cruise were like, finally, when we got back, they're like, where the hell have you guys been for like hours?
Yeah.
And we're like, you don't even want to know. Anyway,
Yeah, we made some really cool friends on that
we did.
cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and
Be sure
Facebook's great for that. We got them all on Facebook.
Yeah.
and we keep meaning to go to wherever, Boonesboro, and all these places, Maryland and stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, that was that cruise.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was a good trip. I think.
What's your favorite trip?
I think my favorite was Mexico for Dave Matthews. We went, so we're both huge Dave Matthews fans. Hence, the posters. These are authentic from concerts
is.
we've been to.
From Mexico.
That one's from Mexico. Yeah, so we got those put up. They're just taped up right now.
You didn't need to tell people that.
Well, they can probably see that they're slightly different than last week because we took them down and then taped them back up because we haven't got around to actually hanging them, but we will. So, yeah, we went to Mexico to see Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds, his guitar player, just like an acoustic show on the beach. 3 shows in a row, right? 3 nights in a row.
Yep.
And it was incredible. And like the whole trip was all inclusive, even at the concert, all your drinks and food taken care of. And again, met some awesome friends. And it was my first time at an all inclusive. I like to drink, so it went well. Jamie went pretty hard the first night, paid for it. I think I almost carried you to our room.
I fell asleep in the bathtub, like not with water in it though.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. But you weren't the worst one that first night.
No.
Or was that the other night?
No, that was that night.
That was that night. So there was another girl we had met. And then the next day we heard this story of a girl who was walking around the resort at like 11 or 12.
No, it was like 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah. So she was well, yeah, I guess by that time everyone's pretty loosey-goosey and getting back to the rooms probably and ready to go to sleep. But she was like getting ready to go for dinner or something. And she was just butt naked walking around the resort, hammered out of her mind.
Yeah, and we
they got
never
kicked
saw
out,
her.
right?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
she maybe she went home.
Yeah.
That's probably best.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah,
She was just having fun, though.
I guess. It was the
So you weren't that bad.
the tequila shots on ice.
Blanco, shaken.
Shaken on ice.
And then what's the Ojo Rojo?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's kind of like a Caesar drink, but it's got beer and tomato
Clamato.
juice. It's tomato juice, isn't it?
No,
But it's
Clamato.
got all its own spices. Is it
No,
Clamato?
Yeah, it's Clamato. And
it's not.
yes, it is.
It's not that simple. It's not beer and Clamato.
And it's literally a Caesar, but without vodka and beer.
No, it's
Yes.
not. It's way better than that. I drink that all the time.
Yeah. It's okay. Anyway,
That's
let's
not
look
what.
it up.
Yes, we will. I'm gonna look it up right now. Anyway, so that was probably my favorite. I'll throw this one to you right now while I'm looking this up. What's your favorite song ever?
Oh, I can't do this.
Favorite song ever?
You
It's
know,
like a Mexican Bloody Mary.
yeah. So I'm right,
A Bloody Mary is not Clamato. It's tomato juice.
right, but it is a Caesar with beer. Favorite song? You know, I don't know if I can do this. Actually,
So it's a Beezer?
yes.
Yeah, but it's
Just
got
tell
all
me
these
I'm right.
different
Can you
spices.
just tell me I'm right?
It's got all these different spices, and I think they do put vodka in it.
No, they don't.
Anyway, they're awesome. When you go there, look for Tito. He was our bartender. He was great.
Yeah, there's many Tito's.
Yeah.
I honestly, you know, I've been dreading this question because I know you asked.
Then you should have an answer by
No,
now
I
if you've been
can't.
thinking about it. You have to. Everyone who comes on here, we're not talking about anything else
What's
until
my
you...
song? My Tom Cochrane song. I love that song.
Heartbreak Girl?
Heartbreak Girl.
Okay, yeah,
it's not
that's-
my favorite, but I
that's a
love
good
it.
song.
I
It's-
absolutely
okay.
love it. You know, I
can
also
see the emotion in your eyes when you start listening to that song.
Yeah, it's for like 1999,
Yeah.
grade 9. Loved it. Used to be on the radio all the time. I'd record it. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
That's on the list. Good job.
yeah.
One of mine, and I'm just gonna go to this one because it was like my high school dance one. Now that you said that, and I was the cool kid, knew all the words, and I'd get up on like the boxes or whatever and be rapping it and dancing. I was pretty cool back in high school. Didn't
yeah.
someone ask me that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have exaggerated. Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. And there's a good story about that from our traveling, right?
Yes, there is.
You might remember it better than me. Do you want to tell the story or
We were in Vegas.
karaoke?
We saw karaoke on the street. Andrew was pretty,
Lit.
yeah. We met some really cool people from Australia who
Oh, yeah.
we've got them on Facebook. He decided to sing Ice. Well, he sang a lot of songs that night, and it was like 3 a.m.
Really?
It's time to sing Ice Ice Baby.
The crowd wanted it.
But what I didn't know he was going to do was he was going to break dance. He was going to do the worm. He was going to try to spin on his shoulder.
I usually do the back, like the Ninja Turtle style.
Yeah, and you
Turtles in
ended
a
up
half shell.
literally
Turtle
skinning your cheekbone,
Doing the worm.
doing something.
The worm. Because it was outdoor
It was
karaoke. It was
time-
on the pavement.
It was time to go home after that.
Yeah. And we did.
But yeah, you had quite the crowd.
They loved it. I'm pretty sure there was a chant of "Go white boy, go white boy."
Yeah, it's in the video. I
Because
have
the
a
people
video.
chanting were not white,
They weren't.
but they were
Oh.
honestly just having fun. I'm a showman. What can I say?
Yeah. So,
Right.
anyway,
Good times.
yeah.
One other thing I wanted to get into. So yeah, because we covered that. That's all we said. We forgot our wedding and engagement and stuff. But then I also wanted to ask you about this series I'm doing about my in-laws, your dad and your mom and your brother, because I had your dad on,
Yeah.
and next I want to have Sandy, Jamie's mom, my mother-in-law, and then Tay, my brother-in-law. He didn't seem as stoked as I thought he would be about it, but he said he was a bit sick. So maybe when he's feeling up to par, we'll get him on here. So is there anything you're worried about me talking to your mom and brother about? is there anything that's off limits or anything you're worried about them saying? Any worries
My
at all?
mother, 100%.
Sure. Yeah, what are you worried about?
I don't even know. My mom embarrasses me a lot, and I don't know why. I don't want to embarrass my kids, but my mom, I don't even know if she...
I don't remember her really embarrassing you.
I don't think she tries to, but it just happens.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
I'm sure she'll be fine. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what that's like. I might have to watch it before you actually...
No, there's none of that. It's just going out there.
Okay.
And what about Tate? I feel like I could ask him some questions about you. And really...
my brother and I have quite an interesting relationship.
Yeah.
We fight a lot.
Yeah.
We love each other, but we just butt heads.
Any stories I should specifically ask him about? Like maybe not about you guys, but about him that I need to know? That's good content for the podcast.
Yeah, you could ask him how he... Ask him about his high school life and how he...
It's a bit vague. Come on.
Well, he was a bit of a badass.
He was a badass?
He was a bad kid. I was the good kid. He got into a lot of trouble. He stole my car, my mother's... My dad's minivan, he stole. And then he stole my mom's Jeep and rolled it. Ask him about that story.
Oh, I do think I heard about this a bit.
Yeah.
We'll get Sandy's side and then we'll get Taylor's side or vice versa.
Yeah.
Sandy said she has some stuff to clean up about your dad's stories.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She
denies everything my dad said about the trip to Club Out. I asked her about it the other day.
What did you think about your dad's episode? I think he did a great job.
He did great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I learned a lot about my father.
Yeah. Right? But that lady trying to pick him up?
Yeah.
I'm sure it happened a lot. And I think he, maybe he didn't let on as much as maybe actually happened.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, because, my cousin Josh, he believes it's more the gigolo route.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just what people assume when you're working at those places.
And he always talks about his Uncle Jay was a legend in Kamloops. So I'm just curious to know what those stories about. But I don't.
Maybe I'll have to have cousin Josh on the podcast as well. Keep it all nice and tight knit in the family while I'm getting these reps in and getting the video good and the audio and cleaning up my act a bit. So I think this was good. Was there anything else we forgot that we said we were going to cover for part 2 here?
I don't know. I wasn't really super prepared for this.
No,
tonight.
we weren't
I
again,
wasn't going to do it.
Because we were pissed. Right.
We had a fight
so we
today.
need to talk about the fight. I would like to chalk it up to baby hormones. Is that safe to say or nah?
Yeah, it's almost like I almost got to the level I got to like maybe a couple weeks ago when I punished you.
Yeah. Oh, right. You took away my PlayStation controllers.
I hid them.
Yeah, I was pretty against that because I am not a fucking child.
Well, let me just say, I'm sure everyone can somewhat agree that they've probably had some sort of fight like this with their significant other, but I had been asking Andrew for many days to do a few things.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was change the sheets because he played hockey and came home and did not shower, which I did not know till the next morning. And I said, that's disgusting. You need to change the sheets. And I asked him to vacuum the car.
Yeah, that's a big job.
Okay.
Like if it's shitty weather out or whatever.
We have a garage.
Yeah, okay. Shit.
And there was the dishes and there was something else. And I came home after I knew he had nothing to do that day and he had done...
In the middle of a very busy work week.
Sure.
When I was very tired, needed some rest, dealing with these freaking kids all the time.
They're at school during the day, so anyway.
Yeah, but it was spring break.
No, it wasn't.
Or they were all riled up for almost being spring break.
Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I was really, really, really mad.
And really, really, really pregnant. And you were fighting with the kids probably and had a bad day at work. Really tired.
No, I had a rough week a couple weeks ago with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I decided, well, first of all,
to take it out all on me.
Turn the TV on, or I said, Haven, what did you and Daddy do after school today? Because, oh, right, Haven hadn't emptied her lunch kit, which is her one job after school.
So how's that my fault? The kid didn't empty her lunch kit. I told her to.
Okay. Anyway, so I said, hey, Haven, what did you and Daddy do after school today? Because Jaden had been at gymnastics because it was a Thursday. I remember this distinctly now. Mm-hmm. She said, well, Daddy just played his video game. And I said,
and this
of course.
Is a 5-year-old. I didn't just play my video game.
I turned the TV on. Of course, the input was left on his PlayStation, so I knew he had been playing it.
How long had I been playing it? You don't know. The 5-year-old doesn't have a sense of time.
Anyway, I took his remote controls. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
And I hid them.
Yeah.
I was so mad. And then I texted my friend and told her, I told Kim, and I was like, she told Daniel, and I was like, Dan Stone this is. And I said, oh shit, I need to hide, I need to change where I hid them because Dan might tell Andrew where they are. So I hid them a second time.
Yeah, right. Dan wouldn't do that. I hope you would, but I don't think you would.
No, his wife would kill him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where I almost got to today.
But today was for even less of a reason.
Yeah, no, I was exhausted. I got about 5 hours of sleep. We were busy all day in the cold rain. Yeah. Jaden had opening ceremonies for ball.
Yeah, so you were really tired. And again, I had done some stuff. I was out with you in the rain and cold all day already. The house was not great. You were going to a birthday party. I needed to go rehearse with my bandmate, Jamie, because we have a show coming up. And you were about to blow a gasket, and started to as you drove away, kind of. Mm-hmm. But I think, and so I came to you. The moral of the story, I did.
Oh, afterwards, yeah, okay.
And said, hey, I know this pregnancy thing is really hard on you. I think you were feeling a lot of emotions, and we didn't quite understand each other at that time and what was going on and where priorities were. And I don't think you needed to get that mad at me, but I'm sorry that I got mad with you and started this argument. But then as soon as I say sorry, Jamie's like, I win. That's right. You shouldn't have done that. Blah, blah, blah. Right? This is what you do. And this causes huge issues. Because if I'm the first one to come say sorry, then you take it as a win. Well, and I have to say, okay, so what about what you did? And how do you feel about that? Are you sorry or not sorry? And I have to pry it out of you.
You can talk to my mother about this.
Yeah, okay. Because that was my question, is how come it's so hard for you to apologize when it doesn't mean you've specifically done something wrong on purpose to me or whatever. But, if you're yelling at me, you can apologize for that.
I think this is a deeply rooted childhood issue.
Okay, got it.
My mom can't apologize either.
Yeah, it's interesting. And it makes things pretty tough. But, and because I always have to, because it's like, you're never going to be the first one to come apologize.
That's not true. I apologized the other day for something. I don't know what it was, but...
yeah, I would say it's like 1 in 50 big altercations. And we probably have one big altercation a week. So that's like once a year. You will come to me first and say, I'm sorry.
I think that's not right.
I know it's not right.
No.
Anyway, it's something we deal with, but I take it on and I'm fine and I can do that and kind of bring it out of you, but you don't make it very easy sometimes. So I need you to know that's where I get very frustrated because I'm like, and she's not even going to apologize for this. No matter how terribly she's treating me because of the baby hormones, got it, okay. But you could still apologize. You could still say, hey, sorry I was being such a...
I have been doing that.
Yeah. Okay, yes, you have a couple times since you've been pregnant, actually. That's true. But today you didn't. And I had to kind of... Actually, you haven't said sorry yet. No. Anything you would like to say in front of our listeners?
No.
It could just be that you love me and you're sorry.
I love you, and I'm sorry that...
I love you, too. Okay. There you go. I think that's a great way to end this, right? Because we've made up. It's another successful episode. Love and marriage. Not so much sex talks this time.
No.
Not so much drugs.
No.
A little bit of rock and roll. Your favorite song, Heartbreak Girl.
Well, I'm kind of worried about that choice. Only because I have a lot of favorite songs.
What's your favorite Dave Matthews song? Because we are both the biggest Dave Matthews fans ever.
Can I give you 5?
Yes, you can give me 5. Write these down and check them out. If you're like, oh, Dave Matthews, write these down and check them out.
Okay. I love Say Goodbye. Mm-hmm. I think it's about a fling.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's good. I love Pig.
That's a good one. Crazy drum solo in that one sometimes, right?
Well, there's always crazy drum solos. Yeah. That Girl Is You from his latest album.
The new one.
There was a lot of people saying they didn't like it when he first came out, but it's freaking fantastic.
I bet you a lot of those people now really like it.
Yeah. I love Gray Street.
Mm-hmm. He did that as an encore, I think.
He did.
Because we went to Labor Day weekend down at the Gorge our first time. Those 2 posters? Yeah.
There's another one too, but it's not up.
Yeah.
I buy all the posters.
And Jamie's like one of these hardcore, like punch you in the mouth for your poster kind of girl if she gets there late. You've done some crazy...
I wheeled and dealed last time I was there.
I think you would punch someone in the mouth, wouldn't you?
No.
If it was the last poster of like a 1,000 print collection and you you had to punch someone in the mouth to get it, would you do it?
No.
Oh, come on.
That poster, remember I got that one?
I would do it.
So
for you, babe.
In Mexico, you were only allowed one poster. No. One poster per person.
You did get shiesty on this one.
And this guy that wasn't in line, I waited in line for like an hour and a half. He said, hey, can you do me a favor? He's like, here's $100. If you buy me a poster, I will buy your poster for you. And I was like, well, I don't think they're going to let me get 2. And he's like, just try. And so he hands me a $100 bill.
Yeah.
There's thousands of people here. I could have just walked off with it. Anyway, I went up to the booth. They were like, nope, sorry, one poster. And I noticed next to me, they were getting 2 posters. I was like, well, you guys are giving them 2 posters. And I was like, yeah, there's my husband, and pointed to the crowd. I don't know. And they gave me 2 posters, and I gave him his, got that one for free, essentially. Yeah. But the other 2 nights, because that's only one of 3, the other 2 nights I didn't get posters, which gives me a little bit of anxiety because it's like, I got one of 3. We'll
just have to go back.
But it's going to be a different poster.
I know, but still, we can just go back.
When we went to the Gorge, they had a weekend poster, which I bought. Yeah. They had a nightly poster, and I was like, well, if I get one nightly poster, I have to get all the nightly posters.
So what was it? That ran us like $250 on those 4 posters?
They're fantastic posters, though.
Yeah. Well, they really look at them.
Well,
we'll get a
the ones that I love aren't even up, but I bought a poster last night at Pink. It was $20. Yeah. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Just a piece of junk, though.
It's not great quality.
It's like one of those posters of Luke Perry or whatever you'd have on your wall.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I was wondering. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. It is sad, but
everyone had a Luke Perry poster.
But it's like that quality.
Well, it's literally
she's not nearly as good looking as Luke Perry, but
she's beautiful. I love her. She's fantastic. I can't even tell you how good that show was last night.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys went. Except, how much were those tickets?
They were expensive.
$700 for the pair.
$800? Yeah, $650.
Yeah.
I don't normally spend that kind of money on tickets, but I knew how important it was to Jaden.
Yeah, so that's why I was okay with it.
It was a big deal in our lives when we were going through treatment. So, and my God, she's like fantastic. It wasn't even just a concert; it was a show, and her message she gives to everyone she's amazing.
I like that stuff. Like people like her, or like Ellen or Lady Gaga, who are, you go girl, power to the people.
It was just crazy. It was good.
Okay, we got to wrap this up.
Okay.
Because I've got lots of editing to do. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and let's see if we can get more views on this one. The last one's already at like 400.
Yeah, there was a lot of comments about me, how nervous I was from my friends mainly.
You've settled into it. Well, everyone also said as it went on, you just got better and better, and now you're a freaking rock star. Okay, share this around. Get my wife a lot of views. We got to go because I got to edit all this.
It's the Andrew Christopher Show. With Andrew Christopher.
No, it's just something's gonna get. Oh, okay.
It's the Andrew Christopher Show. But really we call it the AC Show. Yeah, we really call it the AC Show. Really call it the AC Show. It's the AC Show. AC show with AC, your host. Check it out.